Oh, so I'm going to put just little bits and pieces up like this as and when I come across them. A lot of this stuff's going to be super basic knowledge for anyone who's already plays one of these instruments or whatever, but this is the thought process that goes into this for someone who's more or less learning from scratch. So one of the problems I have is that, not being a particularly confident guitarist, I have to really pay attention to what I'm playing and where. And if stuff jumps around for solos and stuff, I find it a bit tricky to get back to that place quickly. If there's a particular riff that I'm playing here and then something happens up here and then I have to go back again, even though I know both parts, it's quite a jump to get back into a rhythm playing somewhere else. So there's a part in the chorus of this song which does exactly that. There's chords, strumming chords, and then a couple of individual notes. So, and I'll get it wrong first time. It goes. So it's a slide on one string and then just two notes on another string, one open and then one there. So that, I'm starting this whole project just about being able to do that on probably like 85-90% of the time. But occasionally hitting other strings and stuff. So it goes 3rd fret, 8th fret, and then open and 7th fret. Now, playing up and down on the same string, no problem at all. Playing chords and things is not that difficult for me, at least. But then changing to another string and other frets that I haven't, as well as other frets that I haven't been using as part of that sort of progression, that's where the difficulty comes in. So I spent a lot of time just not hitting that at all, hitting other strings or missing it or just not being able to fret it clearly in time. So instead of a nice sound, you just get like clank. So I looked up a tab for this, and something I always forget is that you don't have to play things at a specific point on the guitar necessarily. Otherwise, you just play the entire thing on a single string, and you just be constantly leaping up and down the neck of it. For the most part, every 5th fret is the same as the next string up, but open. I mean, they're out of tune now, so that doesn't really demonstrate my point, but... So instead of having to play something on the 5th fret there, you could just play the next string up, open. It's quite useful for the bass, because it means that you're not having to jump up and down on a really even longer neck. So the guide I found, rather than playing up there, instead it's played over here. So those are closer to one another. It means I can still play it without having to even move that finger off there. Gives it a point to kind of anchor from, I guess. And it's only one string up each time, rather than having to jump from playing on that string to that string. So I don't even have to check it now. Unfortunately, coming to this, I've already been playing this on and off for a week and a half, so I've already trained myself to play up there, and now, because I'm finding it easier in practice to play there, I've got to learn to bloody do it again. So that was alright. The success rate is a lot lower doing it this way than it is on that one. The other difficulty is that I'm playing that last note, which is supposed to be a little wobbly vibrato, I think is the word. Playing it with that finger, which is just useless. But yeah, taking the time to work out other ways of playing something rather than just looking at a tab and going, that's how it's done, and sticking to that. Finding other ways of doing things would be useful. With the covers band that I play in, even now, having been playing with them on and off for 10 plus years, every now and again I'll be playing a song and I think, why am I doing it that way? Why don't I just play it all down here, just on the bass again, and make life a lot easier for myself? But I'm a masochist, so there we go. Yeah. End of part 1.